Today's video, we're going to take a look at how to set up your own YouTube station for producing how-to videos as well as a number of product videos that you can produce right in the comfort of your own home or office. Generally, when people think about YouTube videos, they have a very complex setup in mind. There's going to be multiple cameras, it's going to be, very expensive lighting, as well as, these elaborate scenes. Well, to some degree, that may be true. Well, at least the illusion of that is true. What I'm going to show you here is a very simple setup that almost anyone can do and get those high quality YouTube style videos with, I would say, a very low investment. Almost everyone has a smartphone. So let's start with that. If we're looking at, one of these, one of your favorite YouTubers, and you see the videos that they're producing, you have some people that are producing videos where literally all you see is the product in their hands. Others are more engaging, where you see the entire, presenter showing themselves, then they'll cut away to the product, then they'll go back and forth, or maybe they'll have picture-in-picture where they have video of themselves in a small frame, as well as, the larger frame that you're seeing on your screen is the product itself. All of those are possible. When I think about it from a non-professional environment, now if this was for a client, what you see here is very similar to how we would set it up. We would have 3-point lighting. We would set up a light for the background, depending on what the background looked like. If we wanted to make sure that we get good illumination on the background, we would use a hair light or a separator light, for the talent to separate them from the background, as well as we're lighting the background completely separately. Now, sometimes you can use one light or two lights to do both, where you're creating kind of like a clamshell, where you're getting a light that's on the side and the back of the talent, as well as some light is spilling onto the background. You see that used a lot in photography. As well as you're going to need a main light source. So different from photography, these are going to be continuous lights. So don't think that you can just go out and, go to your Home Depot or something like that and just grab some of the, really cheap lights and, throw them on a stand. One, they're going to be really hot. Two, they're going to be the wrong color temperature. They're going to be usually a very warm temperature. Now, you may want a warm color temperature. That's a possibility. So if you want something warm in the scene and you think, Google Kelvin temperatures. But if you're looking for something warm, you're going to be somewhere around the 35 to 4,500 Kelvin. If you want something a little bit more daylight balanced, you're going to be around 51 to about 6,000 Kelvin, sometimes as high as 7,000 Kelvin. That's going to give you more of that blue light, what you see when you're outdoors or when light's coming in through the windows. So in this setup here, I have a 2-camera setup. I have one camera that's overhead and another camera that is facing the talent. The overhead camera is going to be used to record whatever is on the desk or the table or whatever the surface is that the talent's using to display things. The main camera is to always capture the talent themselves, and a wide to a mid shot that's going to show the talent here. Okay, so let's look at some really inexpensive items that you guys can purchase. Here's a set of lights that you guys can get. I would say these are very inexpensive. For some on a budget, this may seem like a lot. But starting off, if you want your videos to have that professional, polished look, you may want to consider investing into quality lights. So here's a newer 2-piece bicolor LED set. And these will range from, like what I mentioned before, from 3,200 Kelvin all the way up to 5,600 Kelvin. And the CRI is very good on this. It's a 96 plus. That's pretty good. It's a dimmable light. That's what you want, that you can control the lights from a dial. And this set with the stands is $189. So that's only 2 lights, but you can start with 2 lights. So let's say we look at our lighting. That's a good option. You can also look at, depending on your budget, some of these smaller lights that can kind of give you the same thing. These are $116. You're going to get 2 of them. It comes with a remote. It has a desk stand. Mount, where you can mount this on the side of a desk if you were, keeping tight shots where the light's not going to be seen in your capture, in your shot. So you can do any number of these and, come out with some pretty good results. The rest is going to be doing a little bit of research, guys. There's not going to be any simple turnkey solution, but the steps are very, very basic. So the next item you're going to need is going to be some type of microphone, because relying on your cell phone or your built-in microphone on your camera, you're never going to get the audio quality that you're looking for. So Rode has a number of different microphones. Some you can plug directly into your camera. Others you can plug into a smartphone. The Rode Go, the wireless Go, right now I'm showing it on Amazon for $229. There is a newer version of this that has come out recently, which is about $300. And that would give you 2 transmitters that connect to 1 receiver. So if you're going to have more than 1 person on your YouTube channel or your tutorial video, that might be a solution for you as well. If you look at the difference here, so if you're looking at, really, when I purchased the Rodes, I believe they were $200. So this may seem a little bit higher. I think this is a little higher than, what the retail price is usually. But for about $75 more, you get a second transmitter. So that's a good investment, I would think. So then let's jump over here and look at cameras. Now, again, like I said, you can record with your cell phone. Most cell phones today are excellent quality, for capturing video. You can use an iPhone or an Android phone, shoot in 4K, shoot in 1080p, whatever it is you like. You just want to make sure that you're able to get everything set up. Now, the only problem that you may run into using a cell phone is that it's going to be very difficult to lock the focus unless you have someone helping you that can come in and then lock you in focus. And that way you're going to be at one spot, your camera's going to be, or your phone is going to be on a tripod. And let's say you could use one of these little simple tripods. This thing is $20. And it's, it has multiple levels. So you could place this on the floor, you could place this on a table, and you can get your shots. If you're not going to be in the majority of your shots, you could always use something like this with your smartphone, and you could put that above the table and then, angling it down. So that way, you're showing the product or whatever it is you're unboxing or, the instructional video that you're working on, and it'll get you there. So, you can get on Amazon here and just look at different products. There's tons of products that you can find. If you're looking for, like I said, a very inexpensive camera, you could also look for some of these cameras used or refurbished. So that's another thing you may want to consider when you're looking for a really good system that once you own it, you own it. And now you can use this, literally on a daily basis and, get those videos out. Just start pumping them out, guys. It's all about, building your following on your social media, selling the products that you're marketing. So let's jump back over here and take a look at how I would apply that to this scene. So if I only have the 2 lights, so we're going to take away this light here. So if we go over here and we say, okay, we're not going to use this light, we're just going to take that light out of the mix. And then we're going to maybe bring this light over, this light here, we're going to bring that over to the other side. And we'll just rotate it around real quick. It may not be as quick as I like, but we'll get it there. So now that's going to be kind of our separator light, our background light, because we only have our 2 lights, right? And then now here is our main light. And that's pretty much all you're going to need. Now, when you are recording something on the table, many times that table is going to have to be lit differently or separately, depending on how you set it up. But what you could do here is angle your lights where your light is always feathered down to the table. So this camera here is also getting good coverage for anything that's on this surface. So you have your overhead camera, you have your main camera. You're going to obviously have these shooting at the same time. So if these are cell phones, you could use your cell phone and, maybe borrow someone else's cell phone long enough for you to, get your shots until you're in a position where you can afford to invest in, 2 cameras or maybe a camera and a cell phone or something like that. Now, like I said, the audio is going to be very important. So whether you are connecting a microphone to your cell phone or you're connecting it to a camera and then using like a shotgun style microphone where it's pointed at you, you can look at another microphone that you can look at is, it doesn't have to be Rode. I seem to always lean toward Rode's, but Rode has a number of different microphones that you can attach to a cell phone. And a lot of these are going to be very inexpensive. Let's see. Here's one. This is not even Rode. This is Movo. And here's a $39 microphone that you should be able to use for your cell phone. But all of these, let's see what they have. Okay, so if you see here, it has both cables. So it has a TRS, which is going to be the one you would use to connect your microphone to your camera. The TRRS is the cable that you would use to connect the same microphone to your cell phone, provided you still have a headphone jack. But if you don't have a headphone jack, then what you're just going to need is a simple TRRS to USB-C adapter, which are usually about $10. So they're not very expensive. I know a lot of you have already seen a number of people using ring lights, and yes, ring lights work, but they're not going to give you, unless you're investing in some very expensive ones, the quality that you may need. But, taking that into consideration, all of these are just ideas, guys. So start putting these things together, and hopefully these will help you guys get set up for your upcoming YouTube channel and your social media. All right, guys, I'm going to bring this video to an end. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will get to you as soon as possible. All right, guys, have a blessed day. Stay safe. It's been your boy Rome. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm out.